I'm Dr. David, and I'm here with one of my favorite people in all the world, Mr. Sam Castor.
How are you, David?
Dr. Sam Castor, according to Apostle Charlie. Yeah, he knows a lot more than many of us doctors, so he really merits that position. So, Sam Castor is the founder and director of Manna Relief Ministries. It's an organization that is working around the world to help medically fragile children. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
And that doesn't really say much about doesn't give enough credit what they're doing, because it's not just about malnutrition, it's not just about helping kids get better nourishment. We're talking about some of the most severe conditions, and we're certainly not saying that they're curing these diseases, but they're significantly improving the quality of life of these children, whether the children have brain disorders, whether the children have cystic fibrosis, whether they have immune conditions. It doesn't matter what it is. Simply strengthening their bodies has been shown with nutrition, especially in nutrition that targets the immune system,
right,
has been shown to significantly improve the health of these people. And that's how we got to start working together, because we, as you know, we deal with sickle cell disease in Nigeria. Nigeria is ground zero for sickle cell disease. We have the most numbers by far, and it's a genetic condition. So everybody says there's nothing you can do about it. As a matter of fact, in the US, there's a lot of money being spent on doing research and improving treating sickle cell disease, but these cost like $100,000 a year for one treatment for one child.
Wow.
So that's clearly that's not going to work in Nigeria. Bone marrow transplant isn't going to work too well either, although we're trying to do some of that there. So bottom line is that we need an approach, or we need it, because right now we know what the approach is, but we needed an approach that could be applied in remote areas, where all you have to do is tell the mother, tell the father to do this once a day, twice a day, and you can go to sleep knowing that these kids their lives will be improved. You don't have to worry about toxicity, overdose, as in the case of hydroxyurea. You just know that these kids will improve.
Exactly.
And that is what we're doing. We want to do with sickle cell disease. This project that we're partnering, Manna Relief and Brain and Body Foundation is partnering with, is to establish the fact that strengthening the immune system of children with sickle cell disease can significantly improve their quality of life. I want to make it use this data. We're going to work with about how many hospitals now? About 3 hospitals. We're trying to work with the University College Ibadan. I'll tell you about that later. Some of the professors there are trying to partner with us so that we can establish that improving the immune system can go a long way. And the goal is that every healthcare professional who deals with a child with sickle cell disease should include in their regimen, or include in their approach to this disease, that something that can improve the immune system.
Right.
And now I know, Sam, this is all not new to you. You've been doing this for like how many years now?
21.
21 years.
Yeah.
That's like
It's a lifetime. Feels like it.
I was like 15 years more than I've been doing it. So I know you've heard this story over and over and over again. Can you tell us some of the experiences you've had with Manna Relief and the great results you've seen?
Well, of course, I licensed the exclusive rights to an aloe vera extract, where for the very first time they stabilized its active ingredient that caused the immune response. That ingredient was named Ace Mannin. And I built a for-profit business distributing that all over the world. And but along the way, I was financially supporting an orphanage organization in Romania. And I went over there and just to meet with the caregivers to see, what was happening. At the end of her presentation, she said, "It's heartbreaking to see what's going on with our children. They're sick all the time. We lose 30 to 40 kids a year." And I said, "Do you know why?" She said, "It's a combination of malnourishment, poor sanitation, but it causes a condition called immune deficiency."
She mentioned that.
She said it. And she said, when children's immune systems become compromised, they become susceptible to every kind of chronic and infectious disease. And
You
so,
see, if I may break in now, Sam, you see, what I found out is that many, even lay people, they seem to know what the problem is.
mhm.
They just don't know what to do about it.
Well, this was the head of the organization, and she was very acutely aware of what was going on with the children. And she said, so our kids get sick, they just never get better, and so they just live in misery, and 30 to 40 kids in our group die every year. And I'm sitting here with nature's most powerful immune activating technology. Ace Mannin's mechanism of action is actually turning on the immune system, upregulating its immunomodulatory function, so you get proper up and down regulation of the immune system,
Right.
which gets compromised, in an environment of malnutrition and poor sanitation.
Right.
So when you correct that, you give the body a chance to heal itself. And in parts of the world where modern healthcare is not readily available, turning on a child's immune system is the difference between life and death. So I had this incredible technology, and I told the caregiver, let me just give your entire organization enough for a year. And so that's what we did. And all they had to do is mix it in the food. And the end of the year came, and we reconnected, and she said, you're not going to believe what we're seeing. Our kids are healthier than we've ever seen them. They pay attention better in school. They're making better grades. She said, but for the first time in over a decade, not one child died in our organization.
Wow.
And she said, everybody we're connected with around the world in the orphanage industry wants to know how they can get access to this product. So we came home from that and launched Manna Relief in 1999. And that's what we've been doing for the last 21 years, raising money, providing Ace Mannin-based nutritional supplementation to the world's most vulnerable children. And we've probably sent out over 135 million servings of this advanced immune technology to kids in over 90 countries of the world. What is amazing is what you're just talking about with sickle cell. We found the same thing with cystic fibrosis, which is a gene-mediated disorder.
Yeah.
When kids are genetically influenced like that, again, modern medicine said there's nothing you can do for it.
Absolutely.
And we do know that nutrition turns on genes, and specific nutrients turn on specific genes.
Right.
And we don't really understand the mechanism that's going on in gene-mediated disorders like sickle cell. All that we know is when you enhance the immune system's ability to function, all of a sudden some of those misfired genes start firing again. We don't know why.
Right.
But what we do know is that quality of life impact is almost a certainty in every condition that we've ever seen.